Hey everyone, David here. And with so many film franchises around and expanding, some even to a cinematic universe, there's bound to be some talent hopping to one universe to another. So I wanted to look at all the actors and actresses that appeared in both the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Star Wars universe. Let's begin. Starting off with the Star Wars prequel trilogy, Natalie Portman, who played Padme Amidala, also played Jane Foster in the first two Thor films, and will return for Thor: Love and Thunder. Samuel Jackson, who shared a scene with Natalie Portman in Attack of the Clones, played Mace Windu in all three Star Wars prequel films, would also go into the MCU to play Nick Fury. Although Nick Fury did appear in the first Thor movie in a post-credit scene, he never came face-to-face with Jane Foster. When it comes to the voice of Darth Maul, most people would automatically think first of Sam Witwer. But before he voiced Maul, it was Peter Serafinowicz who voiced the character first in Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace. In the MCU, however, he got to play the on-screen role of Denarian Saul in Guardians of the Galaxy, who is a member of the Nova Corps. Academy Award winner Lupita Nyong'o would voice Maz Kanata in Star Wars The Force Awakens, but in Black Panther she graced us with her beauty on screen as the fearsome Nikita, fighting as an equal to the King of Wakanda. Rogue One has at least 3 actors who have crossed over into the MCU, the first being Mads Mikkelsen, who played Jyn Erso's father, Galen Erso, who had just been in the MCU a month earlier in theaters back in 2016's Doctor Strange, where he played the villain Caecilius. Ben Mendelsohn, who played Rogue One's main villain Orson Krennic, would later go on to play Talos in Captain Marvel, who was thought to be a villain, but only to be revealed that he was actually an ally the entire time. Forrest Whitaker played the character of Saw Gerrera in Rogue One, a character who was previously established in the animated series Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Though he didn't voice the character originally, he would get the chance in Star Wars Rebels, where the character would be redesigned to look more like the actor. In Black Panther, however, Forrest Whitaker would play the role of Zuri. Benicio del Toro got into the MCU first as the Collector, making his debut in the post-credit scene in Thor: The Dark World to help set up his appearance in Guardians of the Galaxy. He would later appear in Star Wars: The Last Jedi as DJ, a sleazy scumbag who would betray Finn and Rose. Similar to Rogue One, Solo has 4 MCU actors that have appeared in both the Star Wars universe and the MCU. The first being Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. Before his appearance in Solo, he did play Aaron Davis in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Now, before you think this is a pointless role, the character of Aaron Davis is also known as the Prowler in the comics. And if you've seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, then you know that he's the uncle of Miles Morales, who becomes the new Spider-Man after Peter Parker dies. And yes, there is a deleted scene where he directly says in Homecoming that he has a nephew. Paul Bettany is mostly associated with the MCU since the very beginning as the voice of Jarvis in Iron Man 1, and would later become Vision in Avengers: Age of Ultron. Well, after his apparent death in Infinity War, he later appeared in Solo a month later as the villain Dryden Voss, who we learn was working for Darth Maul. Not voiced by Peter Serafinowicz. Now, Erin Kellyman is the most recent addition to this list, as she's currently in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier as Carly Morgenthau, the leader of the Flag Smashers. But in Solo, she played Infus Nest, the leader of a renegade pirate group. Director Taika Waititi, who breathed new life into Thor with Thor: Ragnarok, also played the lovable Korg in the film, and later again briefly in Avengers: Endgame. After that, he made his way into the Star Wars universe by directing the season finale of The Mandalorian Season 1. And just like Thor: Ragnarok, got to do voice work for a CGI character, IG-11. And he's not done with either Star Wars or Marvel, as he's currently working on directing Thor: Love and Thunder and returning to the role of Korg, and is also scheduled to direct an upcoming Star Wars film. Finally, we couldn't sign off without talking about Jon Favreau. Not only was he the director who got the MCU started with Iron Man 1 back in the day, in 2008, he also played Happy Hogan, Tony Stark's lovable bodyguard, in all 3 Iron Man films. He would also reprise his role in the MCU's Spider-Man films, being a mentor to Tom Holland's Peter Parker. As for his Star Wars connection, Jon Favreau has been part of this universe ever since the animated Star Wars The Clone Wars series as the villain Pre Vizsla of Mandalore. He would later go on to appear in Solo as well as the voice of Rio Durant. But maybe his ultimate Star Wars connection is that he's the ultimate mastermind behind the hit Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian. But he's also done some voice work on this series as well, such as the first season where he played Paz Vizsla, a relative to his character from the Clone Wars. Well, that's all I got for this video. Comment below and let me know if I forgot any. Until next time, everybody, take care.